everybody, and welcome to Against the Fence. This is our end of 2023 Champions Predictions video. Now, last year, I've counted up the scores, guys. I've counted up the scores. Ash, you got 5 right. I've got 4 right. And so I got 3.
You should have done it the other way around. But our winner of last year, this whole 2022 champion predictions. I mean,
there was some
I would love, I really do want to put I would love for JK to edit the video where he calls me
an idiot. Do you know why? Because even if he beats Cyril Gunn, mate, he's bouncing off. It's the last fight in his contract. There's so much riding on the contract of Francis Ngannou in this fight. He might just bounce.
Boxing.
He's going to go box Tyson Fury.
I think if he wins, I think he'll stick around. If he loses, then he might.
No, I don't think he will. He said he come out at the MMA fighting and said he doesn't want to be fighting for 100 to 600k anymore. That tells you where his mindset is at. If he wins, he just moves off to boxing. He relinquishes his belt. So technically,
we'll do that
Cyril
again,
Gunn. No. You made your bed, mate. You made your bed.
Well done. I mean, look. It felt silly.
But I totally agree.
It felt silly because he should have.
We all thought he was off to the sunset in the boxing scene, but it wasn't to be.
There was so much with that particular point. I mean, myself as well had the exact same reasons for it.
Yeah.
I just had such faith and confidence in Cyril Gunn.
Yeah.
And look, he's doing the most now. He really is.
Yeah. Say that again, mate.
I mean, last year there was only like a few people for it. Now.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait
it's
to
a
get
dicey
this.
division.
There's a list of coming now.
We're getting to it in a second. We're getting to that division in a second.
I guess we should kick things off then in the women's strawweight division.
Yeah.
Bosh, there we go. We're into the side screen. As you can see, the rankings that are there. 3, 2, 1.
Weili Zhang.
Okay, all right, that's it. Okay, we're all going for Weili.
Yeah.
Do we think that she's going to get some tough tests?
Obviously, the only person, that you can see that is obviously she's lost to, and she's lost to her twice, is Rose Namajunas. But I think Rose needs to get a win first.
Yep, true.
To fight again for the belt. And who that is going to be, who knows? Because I don't think they're going to do Rose Carla again because of how that planned out.
Yeah. And look, let's talk about it for a second as well, because I think Weili Zhang, since that little trio have been fighting it out this last year, if you look at who's been developing the most, who's improved the most, I think Weili Zhang. You see Rose come back the same in the first, she did in the second fight. Still good enough to beat Weili Zhang, but you see Weili Zhang bring a different version of herself each time fighting a different opponent. Yeah. And to do that at her level, to still improve so much, or time and time again, it just shows true traits of a champion. Yeah. So I do like her to have answers to what competition comes up her way in the next.
Tough tests. I think Amanda Lemos could be potentially one of them.
Yes.
She's trying to win against Marina Rodriguez. There is power there.
True.
Here's one I'm going to throw in your way: is what if we see next year Weili go up and challenge Shevchenko for the flyweight belt?
Yes,
that would be fun.
We could get into that in a second, but that potentially could be one that could happen. But I think later on in the year, I think she's going to have to fight Lemos, and I think Lemos, I tell you what, like we've seen, she's got power. She's big for the division. Yep. It's going to be a tough test, but I think Weili can get it.
She got more tools. She has more tools for it. Yeah. So we're looking now at
women's flyweight division. Shevchenko's been holding it down for quite some time, of course. But who are we going to go for? That's the question. 3, 2, 1.
Valentina
Santos.
Shevchenko.
So
you went Santos.
Yeah, you've gone to.
I was like Valentina.
Yeah. Same.
You two have gone Shevchenko.
I'm locking in Shevchenko.
All right, I'm going to put this out there now. The reason why I've gone for Talia Santos now, not only do I like her in the division, but also she had some good success against Valentina. And last year, we felt that this one was a confident pick. In the past, we've seen Amanda Nunes, who was kind of a confident pick. Yeah. She did lose against Juliana Pena, but I've got a feeling that 2023, we're going to see a loss from Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah.
I think her time's going to be coming soon.
This is the thing. I think can see how far ahead of the division she is. And I still think she's got improvements to make, which is crazy. And I think she's getting... Obviously, that fight against Santos, which you said there, Santos did excellently well. And I think that Shevchenko is going to be even better in the next fight.
She did do well. She gave. I mean, here's the thing: we've not seen anyone put a scratch on Shevchenko for a while. The moment someone does, you think, "Oh, you've done so well." In my opinion, she did do well, but it clearly wasn't enough because it didn't.
You can only go so far against
I
Shevchenko.
agree with the way that the decision went as well. I do. But look, she's miles above the division.
Yes.
She's doing the right things. And the control time she had on the ground against Santos, she just found a new way to get the job done just a little bit later on in the fight. If she found it sooner, then, we would have seen a bit more dominant.
Santos has some good success. Yeah, I think you got to question people's mentality. It kind of changes eventually down the line. And, I think we're starting to see it in Amanda Nunes. Yes, she came back and obviously dominated Juliana Pena.
Yeah.
But we did question it in that first fight, And I got a feeling that time's going to come for Shevchenko.
Yeah, we got.
And if it does, though, my opinion is if it does,
it's going to happen soon.
It would be from Weili Zhang stepping into the division.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we've got the women's bantamweight division then. 3, 2, 1.
Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
Now, I say Amanda Nunes. It's a safety pick.
Yes.
But we even spoke about this last year. We had a feeling that she might retire.
Yeah.
Is she getting closer to that? That's the ultimate question. I guess the loss against Juliana Pena set her back, but she was determined to get that win back.
She was very motivated as well.
Are they going to do the third fight though? Ash reckons so.
Yeah, apparently I've seen it flitting around everywhere.
Am I excited about it? Not really.
No.
If she wins again, what happens?
What are the most
retires.
exciting fights you can think of for Nunes in this division? It would like them to happen.
Yeah, the only one I can see that's not happened before is Cannavera.
Yeah.
And it's the only one that's there.
It's either that or the one we talked about last year as well, Shevchenko stepping into this division.
Yeah, it's crazy because obviously we just said about Weili stepping up to fight Shevchenko. Now we're on about Shevchenko stepping in to fight Nunes. It's crazy.
We've countless times on this channel.
I think the only one that will happen in my eyes, I think, would be Weili fighting Shevchenko. I think Nunes is far and beyond that fight now, and I think, like you said there, you're spot on with it. I think if that third fight materializes and Nunes wins, I think she does retire.
Yeah.
But if we're saying that, then it's not really a confident pick in my eyes because obviously, if I've got it in my head that she's going to retire.
Now, someone who hasn't been as active in the division as the past few years is Irene Aldana. Now, she did get a win in 2022. One win. It was an upkick to the body, which put away Macy Chasson. Now, Macy Chasson ranked below at the time in the division, but as we can see then, for Irene Aldana, she's sitting in at number 4, though. Is she going to be more active this coming year? And can she find her way into a title shot? Got her put on an impressive display, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think after you see Amanda Nunes' recent performances, I say the first one against Pena, I think it should give faith to a lot of other girls. Her next opponents in the division.
Yeah.
Just knowing that,
should just rise.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly. She bleeds, she bleeds, and therefore she can be defeated. So, I think that's going to be some confidence behind Irene Aldana. Should she get up there? But no reason why she should not.
Nunes is a confident pick, really.
Yeah, it is really, just in case nothing else happens.
All right, moving on then to the men's flyweight division then. We've got an epic title fight installed in January. The 4th showdown between Davison Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno.
Wow.
Brandon Moreno, the interim champ. Figueiredo took it from Moreno this year, 2022. So, who's going to be the champ by the end of the year, though?
Man, these guys have just been dancing between interim and champion, haven't they? Let's do the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Alexander Pantoja.
You think Brandon Moreno?
Brandon Moreno.
Now, okay, this is hard to decide. I've switched up last minute and I've gone for because I've just been thinking about it.
I had a look at that there and I just thought Pantoja.
Personally, I think Figueiredo is going to beat Brandon Moreno. The reason why is I think Brandon Moreno was coached by James Krause. James Krause is out of the picture for a little bit. What's Brandon Moreno doing in preparation for this fight? Yet to figure out and find out. I think Figueiredo might have his number in the 4th fight, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Glad to see it. I mean, horrible to say it because I like Brandon Moreno.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of later on in 2023.
Yeah.
Is Pantoja going to get his shot?
100%.
And can he get the win?
This is the thing, like you said there. It doesn't really matter who wins that Figgy and Brandon Moreno. I think Pantoja subs either one of them.
Really?
Honestly.
I've got a feeling it could happen.
Pantoja, just the way he dismantled Alex Perez.
The only question, though,
well.
for Figueiredo would be the weight cut. Is he going to have problems with the weight?
Yeah, that's always going to be the case. And I think even with Pantoja, if he takes him into the latter rounds like Brandon Moreno may do, it's always that question, them later rounds.
Pantoja's beat Brandon Moreno as well. So even if Brandon Moreno was to beat Figueiredo, that fight should happen down the line. So
100%. Yeah, 100%. Whoever wins that fight, Pantoja's fucking about this year.
Look,
100%.
let it come. Let it come. Brandon Moreno's a dog, and he's got a hell of a hard on him as well. And I think that's probably where he defeats Pantoja in those latter rounds. Should it get so far, should that matchup happen? Pantoja's going to be great and troublesome from the off. He's going to have longer weapons, and they're going to be dangerous for sure. But I think Moreno's going to be a little difficult to get out of there. And I see that going to Moreno should that matchup happen.
Yeah, okay.
But ultimately, I just like an underdog. And I think in this little dance between Figueiredo and Moreno, the reality is it's gone backwards and forwards, and I've just been desperate to see Moreno win. I think that's why I've gone with it. So it's more of a heart over head thing with this one. Okay. But Brandon Moreno is where I'm going with it once again. Yeah. We're going to get there in the end. Yeah. We're going to get there, Moreno. We're going to get there.
It's interesting to see who else rises in the division as well.
Just to touch on what JK was about to say, this division has gone from leaps and bounds from where it was to where it is now.
Yeah.
Like, you've got some crazy names in there. You've got Matheus
Nicolau, right? Wow.
His performance, his finish
6-fight win streak right
match now.
Yeah.
And then you've got Brandon Rivals in there, Kai France is still
Kai
in the mix.
is a dog. He might have come up a loss, but the guy's been doing impressive things up to that point.
Is amazing.
Next up, the bantamweight division, arguably the hardest division, or one of the hardest divisions to go through. Man, I literally don't know who to talk about. There's so much to talk about for this division.
There's so much top talent, not even in the top 5, not even in the top 10, the top 15 in this division could be champion one day.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Marlon Vera.
Cejudo.
Henry Cejudo, yeah, but that's what I was going to go for. But should that fight materialise, and will it? That's why I'm sticking with Sterling. You've went for Marlon Vera, right?
Marlon Vera, yeah. I think he's up and around it, and I reckon you're going to have this dogfight happen at the top end. Whoever's going to win is going to win, but then you're going to have Marlon Vera meet them after they've had the toughest fight of their life. Yeah, and he's going to sort of pick up on a bit of an easier.
But you've got Sean O'Malley in the mix as well.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Like, just to touch on what you said about Henry Cejudo versus Aljamain Sterling. Sean O'Malley's going to fight for the belt no matter what this year.
Yeah,
so
which is a good safety pick.
Yes, and that's why I kind of stuck with my Sterling pick, because I don't think the Sterling Cejudo fight is going to materialise. I just don't think it will, and that's why I'm sticking with Sterling. But if that fight happens, I've got a problem.
Yeah. I think it will happen, and Henry Cejudo will maybe fight Sean O'Malley let off. In the year,
maybe. Obviously, just go on your pick.
Or he'll just campaign for the Volk fight if Volk loses the championship.
Yeah, that's
so that's why I think safety would be going with Henry Cejudo.
I was going to go with Merab Dashvili, but you're right, with the amount of exciting things that's going to happen at the top end of this division, he's going to get overlooked. They're not going to push him. He's not going to get that shot in, I don't think, and it's going to be quite sad to see. So it's going to be more exciting.
Marlon Vera's one fight away.
C.
Like if they pair up Marlon Vera with Peter Yan, we're off to the races with Marlon Vera and he's fighting for the belt.
And if Sean O'Malley wins the belt, then that's a narrative they're just going to push and have Vera fight Sean O'Malley.
Maybe.
Yeah, that could happen. And that's why I think your Vera pick is actually quite an intelligent one. I mean, he obviously is in number 4. He's out of the mix a little bit. But like you said, he could steal O'Malley's spot in the later half of the year because there could be, all sorts of problems going on between Cejudo, Aljamain.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then the UFC might just turn to O'Malley and go, look, we'll give you the Marlon Vera fight now because you want to stay active and stuff and all that. And then you could get Marlon Vera beat Sean O'Malley again. And then therefore
the narrative is quite cute as well.
Even if he beats Peter Yan as well, I think if he fights Peter Yan or even Sean O'Malley, he's there for the belt. He's going to fight twice, obviously, next year. Yeah. So Sterling, Cejudo, and Marlon Vera.
Yeah. That's it. Lock it in.
Next up, we've got the men's featherweight division. Okay, look, let's just get into this out, shall we? Because this is another
division
dicey one that's really gets you shaking.
You get a bit shaky, you know what I mean?
3, 2, 1.
Alexander Volkanovski.
I thought you said a different name every time.
Wait, so you've gone Alex Volkanovski. Myself and Simon have gone Arnold
You've
Allen.
gone both for Arnold Allen?
Yeah.
Please tell me your reasons for this, guys.
I just want him
Please
to get
explain
the
to
shot.
me.
I'm hoping, and here's what I'm hoping.
Cool.
I think Yair Rodriguez or Josh Emmett, because they've both been injury prone in the past, one of those guys pulls out, Arnold Allen slots in there, he becomes interim champion, and then fights for the belt. Booyah! Come see me when that happens. Clip it up. Because look, I'm just not got faith in either Josh Emmett
true, because Josh Emmett
Yair.
is a lot more injury prone than Yair. It's true.
And that fight is happening in February, right?
Yeah.
We've got some time.
You talk about the interim champ. I mean, that can happen. That's a quite cute narrative, agreed. But my difficulty is still when Arnold Allen faces Volkanovski. That will happen.
Yeah,
and
that's dicey.
whether Volkanovski does that, it's too hard to say.
If Volkanovski wins that fight,
I
even
don't
though I
know.
want Arnold Allen to
Yeah.
win.
I just think
Alexander Volkanovski is just too good in this division.
Yeah, he is. He really is. You're
just
right.
too good.
You're right. Hopefully.
And I thought that with Max.
I'm just hoping that Makachev breaks him when he goes up there. So when he does come back down,
Some limbs might fall off, and then Arnold Allen's a champ.
You know what I mean? He
There
comes
you
and
go.
sweeps up.
It's like in WWE when someone brings in the Money in the Bank when he's got no
Arnold Allen
comes in with the Money in the Bank when he's got no arms left.
Lightweight division, guys. Here we go.
Right, let's see if-
Another
right.
tough division. to
Right
call.
then. Yeah,
Ready, Si?
he should be. No, he should be. You
know
should
what
be
he's
thinking
going
about it,
for.
mate.
Yeah, you ready?
Go.
3, 2, 1.
Islam Makhachev. Really? See what? I've got the recording. You said he beats Islam.
You said he beats Islam.
You just said he beats Islam.
He does.
What? He's going to be champ then, isn't he?
I don't know if he gets a fight this year. I don't know if he's been passed up so many times. That's the annoying thing. He's been and look, as much that should be a narrative, that should happen.
Benil Dariush beat Gamrot. Benil Dariush could fight any. He's going to 100% fight Dustin Poirier or Oliveira.
Yeah, but look, who are they going to put before Benil Dariush? Everyone else. And
No,
that's like
no one
at least
else.
3 fights.
No one else.
They're going to put
Gaethje's lost. Poirier's lost. Oliveira's lost.
Poirier's coming off a win and hasn't beaten Islam before, or hasn't fought Islam.
Yeah, but I don't think they do that fight. Obviously, that. All
Dustin Poirier, they will. They'll do Dustin Poirier against
I'll tell you
Islam.
what, I'll let you off with that because
And then
obviously
that's
Islam's
one
fighting
fight.
Volkanovski, so I will let you off. But
the Volkanovski
I
fight,
think
that's
Benil
twice.
Dariush, all he has to do is fight anyone in that top half. Bosh.
Yeah,
He's there.
So he's got
Dustin's
and he
not gonna
wins.
fight.
So Benil Dariush is probably going to go against
Benil
Oliveira.
Dariush versus Dustin.
Dustin's not going to want that fight.
Exactly. So then, bearing in mind he's got an injury, so
think
you
he
do Benil versus Charles.
Yeah, and then
I
he
don't
wins
even
that,
think
and then
he
he'll
gets
be
past
next to the
Charles.
belt. But the reality is, they pass him up so many times. But at that point, Fiziev will be up there in the picture, and then they'll run him against
Just let
Makhachev.
everyone know. I'm going to play a clip now that Sai said that. Benil Dariush beat him.
Okay, let me say this. Benil Dariush beats Makhachev, yes. And if that fight happens this year, then Benil Dariush should indisputably be the champ. However, if it doesn't happen this year, which I don't think, they pass up on him so many times. They just don't respect him as much as I do, because I proper respect him. But otherwise, Islam Makhachev holds it down.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. I'll let you
That's
off.
a good
I'll let
one.
you off.
That's all right.
You
So,
backed up with your reasoning.
Okay, welterweight division then. Obviously, Leon Edwards is the current champion. He's going to be fighting someone soon, but we're yet to find out who that will be.
Exactly.
But who are we going to pick? Ready?
Champ by the end of the year, I'm going for
3, 2, 1.
Hamzat Chimaev.
Wow.
Across the board. Now
Wow.
it doesn't fill me with confidence.
I felt sick.
It
saying
doesn't.
I felt sick
Because
saying
of the weights, right?
Yes.
Is he going to get the weight correct? Is he going to do the weight cut correctly this time? Will he fight Colby Covington this year, which will then lead him to a belt towards the end of the year? I kind of hope so.
Yeah,
we
that's
hoped it last
100%.
year that it would happen this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't happen.
If
You-
he
you're
doesn't,
on it. It's
been a horrible year
If
for
he
him.
doesn't, he will be the
Really?
biggest waste of gas ever. I mean,
100%.
right? The hype behind this guy's been insane, and he didn't quite fulfill his potential this year, partly because of it was his fault then, wasn't it? Yeah, to make the weight cut.
The UFC
Really
gave him
disappointing.
Diaz because that was
If that happened, he
Which was a funny
money
matchup
fight.
in the first place.
Yeah.
Because obviously he wants to be fighting for the belt. So you give him Diaz who's not even ranked. It was just a hype fight, a money fight, as they say. But like Jordan said, like it's
Couldn't make
a
the weight.
dicey one. I think he could either just step in there and fight Leon. Who knows? But I think 100%
Is he gonna make weight, though?
doesn't matter what happens. That's the thing. He needs to make weight.
Yeah.
And I think doesn't matter what happens with this division. He fights for the belt by the end of the year, 100%.
People talk
Needs
of
to
him
make
going
weight, though.
up to middleweight and fighting for the belt at middleweight.
Yeah.
There's been conversations of it.
Yeah.
Is it going to happen? Does he deserve it? That's
No,
the ultimate
exactly.
question.
He doesn't deserve it, but
Yeah.
You know?
What does he do against Kamaru Usman? Should the Kamaru Usman take
Yeah,
that fight
that's
and
what
get
I
the
mean.
belt back?
I do hope that Chimaev versus Usman happens
Yeah.
at some point.
Yes.
I kind of want that. I would mind that fight next year. I don't know though.
yeah,
This is it.
this one was actually quite a hard pick.
Yeah, I mean, for example, another notable mention, Bilal Muhammad. We always sleep on him. You do. And it's hard to sort of consider him with dogs like Hamzat Chimaev above him and Kamaru Usman. But remove those two, Bilal Muhammad.
I think he needs to fight one of those.
Yeah, he is dangerous.
If I'm Bilal, I'm screaming for a Hamzat
Yeah,
fight.
but this is the thing as well. You could pair any of them up. You could do Kobe versus Bilal. You
I
could
think it's
do
good.
Bilal
Yeah,
versus
that.
Shemaev. You could even do Bilal versus Usman.
I think
That's obviously who's going to fight Edwards, though.
I think for Bilal, his most comfortable position would be Colby. I think that's a confident fight. I'll go for number two. Maybe go for number one and go for number two. Something
Kobe
like that,
versus Bilal's good fight.
Yeah, I'll
Good
take
fight.
that. He just beat Sean Brady. He was
Stylistically,
undefeated.
yeah.
That was insane. But yeah, you sleep on the guy, but he has the perfect strategy coming into fights. Not the most exciting fighter, but he just gets the job done.
No.
I reckon, he will get slept on when it comes to the belt. As in, I don't think they're going to push that fight.
Yeah.
There's so much more exciting things to have before that even comes into your mind. Hamzat being one of them, of course, or even that rematch with Usman. So I guess there's a lot to see what happens there.
Middleweight division, here we go. It changed hands this past year. Alex Pereira picked up the win against Israel Adesanya.
my
But
despise.
who's picking Adesanya and who's picking Pereira? Or who's picking either of them?
Someone else.
Someone else?
Could be something
All
totally
right,
different.
let's get into it. 3, 2, 1.
Israel
with
Adesanya.
Whittaker.
Whoa. So you've gone you've gone Adesanya, you've gone Whittaker, and I've gone Pereira.
So literally, the champ, number one, number two.
Yeah, this is for me. Israel Adesanya is the only fight that Pereira wins in this division, stylistically.
Right.
Stylistically, and obviously we all know Robert Whittaker's. I know Robert Whittaker's got to get past Paulo Costa first. I know that, but I think if he gets past Costa and Pereira, I know that Pereira's got Izzy's number. And then if Izzy wants to if Pereira wants to stick around in the middleweight division, it's a horrible matchup for him against Whittaker. Horrible.
Here's why I've gone Pereira over Adesanya, because if they do run that match back and Israel wins, you can have a third fight.
I don't know about that.
Oh, well, it would be 1-1, right? In MMA?
It would be.
So why would you not run that back?
To be honest, because he's clean the top
Have
of
a
the
third
division.
fight.
I would hope there's someone new coming in
Pereira
and
wins.
challenging at that time. You're probably right, actually, because I don't see anyone else exciting from that name all the way down to Sean Strickland. That's worth mentioning before Pereira again. So
Yeah, but no,
he's at number 7.
you could be spot on with that.
He is just someone who has vendetta against.
That's the thing I was gonna say.
He does. He has vengeance.
I think
when
he
it
should be
comes
more
back.
motivated
He
this next
will
time
be.
around.
Yeah, but that's
so
100%.
driven.
That's the thing. He wants to put a standpoint on, and he's going to try and go out there and finish Pereira, and Pereira slaps him.
His livelihood. This will happen, and he's literally gonna.
Huh?
You reckon? Wait, so you reckon that Pereira wins in the rematch
Against Izzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he sleeps him.
sooner than
I'm saying
before?
something else.
Yeah, second round.
Because
Because you just said that Izzy wants to come back with a vengeance, right?
Yeah.
And the game plan's going to go out the window because he wants to put the standpoint on.
Oh.
We know Izzy. We know Izzy.
Yeah.
And he wants that, like, NFTs and stuff like that. And he wants to try and... we laugh at that.
All NFTs.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
All right, so you think he's
gonna
his
spend
money's
money
going
on
to his
NFT.
head.
Yeah.
He's going to be more focused on the winnings, the riches,
I
and
think
the
so.
earnings rather than the actual combat, the fight, and that sort of thing. You reckon he's going to do a
Pereira
bit
slaps him
of a
round two.
McGregor sort of leave the sort behind because he's made enough money already?
I don't know.
He's making a lot of
say
money.
that.
He is,
All right.
but yeah, I know, but I just think, the NFTs.
Oh, your boy Pereira.
Come on. This guy's gonna be like, fighting is his life.
No,
Fighting is what saved him from bullying back in childhood. Fighting is what's got him up to.
Izzy's going to turn into a Division 1 wrestler.
Like, fair enough, he's obviously going to want to win his belt back, but I don't think he's going to have the mindset, because how he beats Pereira is he uses lateral movement for 5 rounds and picks him apart.
Well,
I don't think he's going to do that, because he's going to have that mindset of, hang on a minute, this dude's knocked me out twice
No,
now.
you're-
I
He's
think
gonna
he'll
try
have
and go out there and
confidence
knock him
that he
out.
was nearly
Pereira knocks him out.
nearly going to win that fight.
He would have. If that went to decision, he would have won it. And I think the reality is, with Pereira, he's got 5 rounds to land one really good shot.
Yeah.
Izzy, to win it, he's literally got to be on form for 5 rounds.
But then
And
also,
it's-
part of Izzy's style is the way that he uses his leg kicks to chop people down and slow people down. Alex Pereira, literally flawless, checking every single one.
He does. He checks them, and
And that's what caused damage. That's what caused damage to Israel.
Yeah.
That's what made Israel compromised. I think Israel breaks his leg next time around. He gets absolutely Conor McGregor, mate.
Ooh. All right,
Seen
okay.
it.
We've said it, and I guess we just got to leave it out there.
God,
And
if
see what
Robert
happens.
Whittaker lets me down 2 years in a row, I will be fuming.
Man, this is the most we've switched up on a on a champions
Yeah.
pick yet.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I was going to go Pereira, but I know Pereira beats Izzy, so that's why I went Whittaker, but Whittaker's going to go past Costa first.
All right, so Whittaker for you. Adesanya for me, Pereira for you.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, and 3.
Light heavyweight division, the current division with no champion.
Yes.
Last time out, we saw Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev go to a draw. The fight to make in January was Glover Teixeira versus Jamal Hill for the vacant strap, but who's going to be champion by the end of the 2023? 3, 2, 1.
Glover Teixeira.
Right, so Ash has gone Teixeira. Me and Si have gone for Ankalaev.
You got Ankalaev?
Yeah, isn't he going to be dead next year, Glover?
Is he going to retire?
No.
He wins in Brazil.
old.
Is he going to retire?
No, but this
How old is the guy?
No, what are you on about, mate? Come on, this is the thing. Like, he schools Jamal Hill,
All right, yeah.
teaches him a lesson,
Right.
and then
What's left?
And then you're thinking it all depends if Yuri Prohaska comes back. If Prohaska comes back,
But then, does he then not fight Magomed Ankalaev or Jan
why would he
Blachowicz?
fight Magomed Ankalaev before Yuri if Yuri's ready to go?
If Yuri's
But
ready,
this is what we're saying. If Yuri is not ready to go,
If Yuri's not ready to go, I still think he beats Magomed Ankalaev. I think he beats Jamal Hill, subs him, and then I could even see him subbing Ankalaev. Like we've mentioned before, Smith is a very good talent in this division. Obviously, people may argue he's a gatekeeper. TKO'd him. Santos got rocked by Santos, really bad hurting, turned the tables on him and subbed him.
Yep.
And then Blachowicz, look what Blachowicz did leg kicks wise to your boy Ankalaev. And then my boy Glover subs him.
Okay, all right, fair.
I think Ankalaev, because look at that record. The guy is insane. He's got 18-1-1. You know, he is generally the epitome of problem in this division. He's great wrestling. He's got great stand-up striking as well. No one's actually figured out how to defeat him yet.
leg kicks.
Yeah, he was the
Bar
leg
the
kicks.
Paul
That's
Craig.
his.
What do you mean, leg kicks,
kryptonite.
bro?
I mean, what those leg kicks?
He's not good at checking leg kicks, and
Leg
Jan
kicks.
Blachowicz proved that.
Okay.
But you know,
But it wasn't enough to win the fight.
it's someone who needs
nearly.
to be a threat on the ground, and I think you're right there, Ash, saying that Teixeira would be Ankalaev's biggest threat. Potentially. I mean, a lot of people felt that Ankalaev deserved to win against Blachowicz.
Like we're just thinking about Magomed Ankalaev here. That fight was a draw.
Yeah.
So you think like, do they run that back? Arguably,
I think all eyes are
people are
on-
saying run it back. But then if Magomed Ankalaev loses that, he's out of the title picture.
That's true.
And obviously, there's me saying this because I'm going with Glover, but I think he beats Hill. Hill could knock him out.
It's a safer. I think the Glover option is a safe bet, and I'll tell you the reason why is because Glover, even if he beats Jamal Hill, which you saying is confident, he'll continue. Because I think with Glover, it's a matter of I'm going to stop until when I'm ready to stop, and when the sport tells me I need to stop. Right. Till then, he's gonna carry on winning. So
how old is he?
Even if when Glover wins against I guess he's gonna be fighting Yuri again. So it depends on.
Yeah, 100%. You've said it there in one. I'm saying Glover, but he could beat Jamal Hill and be like the light heavyweight champion. And
then what if
just
he
retire.
loses to Jamal Hill?
And
Is that him
not a
done
silly
though?
narrative.
If he
Is that
loses
him
to
done?
Jamal Hill, he's done.
He's done.
And I even still think, there's me saying it, I think even if he beats Jamal Hill, he retires. This fight's in Brazil, remember?
He should do.
He might
should
retire, but I
That's
think
where he would wanna do it.
he would want. He wants that fight back with Yuri,
I think he will. Yeah.
and that's why I think he's going to do one more.
Okay.
I don't know.
But people may
I
think
the
I'm
stage
silly
is
by
set.
picking Glover because it's set in stone for him to win the belt and then retire in Brazil. He's set in stone.
Yeah.
But I just think that he's more than that, and I think he wants that fight back with. He wants that fight back that Yuri that was meant to happen.
I think you've said the reason why I've gone with Magomed Ankalaev.
He's going to retire.
Yeah, and you've said the reason, but you're still going with Glover Teixeira to be the champion at the end of the year.
Well, it's not set in stone that he's going to do it.
No, I'm just going to promise not to laugh at you this time because last time I did that, obviously we saw what happened. So it's just you say it's set in stone.
It's there now that you were going to laugh. So don't worry.
I said I was
It's
going
there.
to,
It's there.
but you did just say it's set in stone. That
No, I said it like.
We'll run it back.
Yeah,
You
no,
said
yeah,
set in
it
stone.
is set in stone.
Win
for
in
him to
Brazil
retire.
and then
But
retire.
I'm thinking it is more than that, and I think he wants that one fight with Yuri.
Okay, we'll leave it go with that,
right.
and I'm just.
Mate, you've laughed once.
No,
mate.
I'm not gonna laugh.
You're gonna laugh at my Glover prediction.
I didn't laugh. I just said to you, I'm not going to laugh.
Must
I'm
be
not
you
gonna
got three
laugh.
champions right. You got 3 champion predictions right this year, mate. I got 5.
Yeah, okay,
Suck on my balls.
I've got myself and Si have gone for Magomed Ankalaev, and Ash has gone for Glover Teixeira.
Yep.
Which moves on then to the
big
heavyweight
boys.
division. 3, 2, 1.
Cyril
Francis
Gans.
Ngannou. Who?
Curtis Blades.
Ooh. Ooh, dicey.
Actually, I don't know.
No, you can't.
I mean, you've literally gone with it.
You made your bed now.
I still can't tell. Nah, Cyril's gonna have a bad. Cyril's gonna not be as active.
The fights to make, obviously, like we've been saying for about 4 years now, is John Jones versus Ngannou.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to be a tough fight for Ngannou. Don't get me wrong. I just think he's just going to be too big for him. So
this is the hardest one for me.
Yeah, it is. It's really hard. Blades is in the mix. Pavlovich now is in the mix.
Yeah.
Stipe's obviously going to be in the mix.
Because here's what I was thinking, right? I was thinking, right, John Jones versus Francis Ngannou is probably the most likely to happen, right? John Jones has the skill set to win. If he wins, I think his then toughest test is Curtis Blades after that. Like, I'm a big fan of Cyril Gane, but I have said multiple times, Curtis Blades is a horrible fighter for him.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And I've said also before in the past, Curtis Blades is a dark horse.
He is.
Right? He's been underlooked. Heavy hitters has been his kryptonite. Obviously, I'm going to cheer for Cyril Gane if that fight gets made up, because he's my boy. But I don't know if he's going to get passed up. There's so many fights that we can make up. Do you then do Miocic versus Gane? Who wins there?
I think Stipe slaps him.
I like Blades' chances stylistically, and that's why.
Yeah, stylistically is a nightmare for most heavyweights because he's so athletic for a heavyweight.
Yeah.
And obviously his takedown ability, he can
Here's the thing.
take down any heavyweight.
Curtis Blades has to get past. I mean, Sergey's above him now, but he hasn't fought him. So, I mean, that's a fight that could happen. And I don't see, because like you said, heavy hitters. He's already got his worst enemy is up there in that top 3.
You could
now Derek Lewis is out of the way, and obviously Taito Uvas is out of the way. Look, great. Curtis Blades can look quite good up against the top 3, bar Sergey Pavlovich. The
UFC might. I mean, I think they're not going to give Gane a title fight straight away. I think he could potentially fight 1 or 2 times next year, and I think the UFC will save him for those Paris cards. They'll probably feed him a Pavlovich or a Miocic, or he could fight both of those guys next year.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's going to sniff a title fight.
Yeah, but it's one
I think
of them.
it's less likely.
I think the only fight that could get him to a title fight is if he beats Stipe. If he beats Stipe,
I think he's
arguably got
fair
a
argument.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends what happens with the Jones situation.
Exactly. We don't
Does
know.
Jones go straight into Ngannou? Does Jones fight someone else before he fights Ngannou? That's the real question. If Jones comes in and fights someone else, arguably it's going to be Stipe Miocic.
Yeah.
Quick question.
And then he'll fight Ngannou again later on in the year. So therefore,
why don't you go with Jones ultimately overall? Because it sounds like
I don't be a safer bet. But the thing is the ultimate question is how's he going to look at heavyweight as well?
Yeah, and obviously we've not. That's why I didn't go Jones.
If he wins, is he going to win again and defend it?
JK is spot on with it. Jones has got the skill set. But these are bigger boys. I know. And obviously,
just don't know.
Can he stay away from Francis's power for 5 rounds?
Not only that, he's been out for some time. He's been out for a long time.
And a lot of people say ring rust.
We spoke about a whole new evolution of fighters that are going to be taking this division over, and that is like the Tom Aspinalls and the Cyril Ganes, and it's those fighters that bring more problems, and Curtis Blades to an extent as well, but certainly just the more athletic fighters in the division. Those guys who have the stamina, who have other weapons and tools other than their hands that can deploy in the octagon as well. And I still stand by what I was saying last year in the sense that Cyril Gane is that next wave of fighter,
I think so.
and I genuinely think that
Francis and Ngannou Khabib him.
Yeah, so he did, and I was disappointed about that. But I take nothing away from Francis Ngannou. Cyril Gane was not the best I've seen, and that bugs me. I feel like Cyril Gane should have bought more in that fight. And I think next time if he goes up for a title shot, we'll see him perform better than what we did against Francis Ngannou.
100%.
But
he's still got lots
here's the thing. What's been a bit of a bed bug with me is everyone's expecting John Jones to go in there and wipe the floor out of everyone straight away, right? Because we remember John Jones as this absolute stud at light heavyweight. No one could get past him. Okay, he had some controversial decisions against Dominic Reyes and things like that. But how long ago was that now?
Yeah.
Guys got older. I just don't think we're going to see that. It's going to be a shock horror. I think it's going to be a horrible outing for John Jones, and he's going to get his first legit loss on his resume. I'm afraid. That's what I've got a feeling.
Especially being called the GOAT of all time.
I know. But
come back and put it all on the line.
It's a lot of pressure. And I just don't think it's going to pass. Cool. Well, that was our champion predictions, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do smash a like on the video if you've not done so already. And please hit the subscribe button if you've enjoyed the content, of course. And if you hope to see more of our content, hit the notifications
bell. Again, love to hear
well.
yours as well.
In the description, then, we'll do a bit of a template for you guys to copy and paste, and then you can
love that.
You can play along with us. All right, awesome. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next one.
Is amazing, and obviously we're picking names at the top of the
Tim Elliott.
Right.
Silence.
If you know, you know, right?
If you don't know, that
Know.
Silly man. I just made you give it the silly man. You silly man, Mr. Brown.
Hey.
Do you know what happened about 8 years ago? Jordan lost a bet, which meant that every time you mention Stevie Wonder Boy's name, he has to then sing. And for the rest of his life, that's just what's going to happen.